going on, guys? MA76B-Ball. I'm back at it again with another video for you. Today it's the final performance review on the Brandblack Rare Metal Lightning. Alright, so let's just jump right into this. Let's get it started, and I'm gonna try and address some of the questions that I got on Instagram. Okay? So let's start off. First things first. Here's the Rare Metal Thunder. Okay, and this one came out, I think it's like winter or autumn kind of thing. And then just now recently, spring, the Rare Metal Lightning. Alright, so just to clarify that, this came out first, and then the Lightning is the recent model. Okay, cool. Now, next thing is, a lot of people ask me, like, what were the differences? What were the things that separated the two models? And should I hunt down the Thunder if it's on sale? Or should I, go for the Lightning because it's the newer version? So what were the differences? So the first thing that stands out for me is the material in the upper. So if you go to their website and you bring up both shoes and you read the description, they both say jacquard uppers, okay? But they're definitely, like, to the eye and definitely to the touch, they're different. To me, they're different, clearly different. So when I look at the Thunder, this to me does look like a woven, like a jacquard. My only other experience with a jacquard was the Adidas Crazy Light Boost, 2016. And this is, to me, is similar. So it's woven, it has structure, it's supportive, and also kind of, to me, durable. That might have to do with the the extra layers that they put onto the upper. But when you look at the Lightning, I don't know why, it just to my eye doesn't look like a woven. It kind of looks like a nylon type of thing, and it seems also to me like thinner and lighter. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So that's all I have to say about the uppers in terms of the differences between the two shoes. Okay. Now the other thing that stood out to me was the fit. The Lightning seemed, much more snug, closer to the foot. And when you slip your foot in there, it's kind of like type of thing. And they're the same size in both models. I have a skinny foot. I went half size down. But definitely when I slip my foot inside of these two different shoes, because I still wear the Thunder, I still use it for some training and stuff like that, but obviously I play in the Lightning, it just seems closer to the foot. So that's the second difference between the two. And then the last one for me was the traction. And word started going around that the Lightning was a little bit tackier, a little bit stickier, and seemed to perform better on court. And then I actually got confirmation that in fact it is a stickier compound, and I agree. So when I played with this shoe, the traction was alright. Wasn't the best, but it did its job. I didn't have any major issues with it. But then when I played in this one, I was like, okay, yeah, it's clearly better. Not in the sense of like squeakier or anything like that, but it was, biting the court a little bit better. So those are the three main differences for me personally between the two shoes. Alright? So let's get into the Lightning. My performance test. I'm so happy, guys. I'm so happy. I finally got a full 16 hours into this shoe. I have a few different colors, but I was focusing on this one, 16 hours. So I had 4 hours on the outdoor court, 4 hours on a kind of a somewhat dusty court, and then finally I had 8 hours on a very clean court. Alright, so that's the breakdown on the usage. So in those 16 hours, some of it's just shooting around, some of it's doing drills, some of it I was actually testing the traction, and then a lot of it is, just playing games with my friends, okay? So, what happened? What happened with this shoe? I think a lot of you know, if any of you follow me on Instagram, you guys know that I'm in love with this shoe. And it's because, like, I mentioned before, especially like chatting on Instagram, when you find that perfect shoe, you obviously you fall in love with the shoe and you pick up a few pairs and you really don't want to use anything else. So why did I fall in love with it? Well, I already mentioned about the traction. On the variety of surfaces that I played on, I had no problems. This shoe is not meant for outdoors. This compound rubber, I would say, definitely stick to the indoors. But I had no problem with the traction when I did play outside. And actually one of the traction and containment tests I did was on an outdoor court. So now the dusty court or the semi-dusty court, again, you know, I was wiping like every 5, 6, 7 plays, and I think that's kind of common for a shoe that is doing well on a dusty court. I know there's a lot of opinions or reports out there that the traction wasn't doing so well. I find myself somewhat lucky over here in Japan that for the most part I play on clean courts. So yeah, I can't, you know, I'm not speaking for anybody else, just speaking from my experience, you know what I mean? So I had no problems. I don't mind wiping every X number of plays. So, and then obviously on a pristine court, there was obviously no issues. All right, so that's the traction. Now getting into the Jetlon Plus for the cushioning, I've mentioned already in my past reviews, the Jetlon cushioning, the Jetlon Plus cushioning is the best cushioning that I've used, and I've used a variety of others. Boost, it would be good, you know, we zoom in. Oh, sorry, the Max Zoom Air here, and the LeBron 14, and then the articulated zoom in the Kitty 9. I've used the Boost in the the D-Row 7 Charge, and my Curry's up there. So yeah, I've used a variety of cushioning systems out there, and I love Jetlon because I think Brandblack just found the right balance between, you know, not so much a mushy feel, but a soft ride and energy response, and at the same time it's soft enough to go into the transition, like really, whether I'm going forward or backwards, the transition is amazing. And I think that has to do with, you know, if the cushioning is too stiff, then that transition is not the best, you know what I mean? And then if you got a cushioning that's too soft, sure, the transition will be fine, but then it's, you know, there's a chance of it going to bottom out. So yeah, man, just the Jetlon Plus is amazing. It's great for my knees, whether it was indoor or outdoor. It did its job. I play ball for 2 hours at a time, and I never had sore feet or anything like that. So fantastic cushioning. I love it. Court feel, it's a nice blend between court feel and you don't feel high off the ground. I don't feel high off the ground at all. I mean, it's not, I mean, if you have a good look at it, it's not thick, you know, you're not raised up an absurd amount. So I've mentioned about the fit and the materials already. In the upper, it's the Jacquard upper. I find, man, like one major plus for me that has to do with the fit is because it's a normal lacing system. You know, it's got a tongue, it's got regular eyelets up and down, you know what I mean? It's not a one booty construction. So that, you know, bodes well for me because my feet are so skinny. So it's a no frills, it's no gimmicks, slip your foot in, lace them up, and go play. So yeah, the fit's fantastic. So I am skinny, I went down a half size. If you got a regular foot or a wide foot, then go true to size. The next thing that I always, I love this feature is the ankle collar area. So it rises up high in the front, and that's why there's a really tall tongue to accommodate that, and then it drops down to a low cut in the heel. So it's a kind of, they call it a hybrid collar, and it is the best of both worlds. It really locks it down up front here, but you've got the mobility in the back. So like, I'm just repeating myself, it's the best of both worlds. I love the feeling. There's just the lockdown's amazing. Just a fantastic design. It's a great idea. Yeah, guys, so durability wise, like I said, I've put 16 hours into this. The upper, I mean, it still looks brand new. And then the only thing that, you know, would leave a little bit of a question mark, obviously, is if you're going to use it outdoors. Like I said, the compound of the rubber, it's not going to last outdoors. Maybe you'll get one summer out of it. But that is that, guys. So, you know, jump shots, moving, you know, front to back, side to side, sharp cuts, coming off of curls. The shoe just moves with you, right? And I've used these two words, these two adjectives over and over again. The shoe is effortless and organic. So effortless as in, you know, you just lace it up and you go. You don't have to fiddle with the shoe. You forget about the shoe and just play. And then organic as in the sense of like the way that it just fits and moves with you, just, you know, it's a part of your foot. So, but yeah guys, like I can't say enough about this shoe. I can't wait for something to come along and knock it off or compete with this. For the shoes that I have, I don't have all the latest and greatest shoes, but the KD9 was super close to this. But because of the one booty construction, the shoes just flip-flop around my ankle area. The same with the LeBron 14. So that's why, you know, I'm staying away from you know, the one-piece constructions. Although they do have a shoe coming in a month or so that is going to be a one-piece booty construction. So when I saw the pictures of that, that's the Future Legend Low, I was like, uh-oh. So if I am able to get my hands on that, I can't wait to compare. Like I'll definitely do a comparison review on the two different shoes. So. Alright guys, so would I recommend the shoe? Most definitely. I would say honestly, the shoe is so adaptable and versatile. I would recommend it to any position, but definitely more geared, you know, towards, you know, guards in the 1 or 2 position. So, all right, guys. So that is that. That is my final performance review after 16 hours of use. I love the shoe. I have a number of them. They're in rotation. I just hope that whatever shoe you guys are into, it doesn't really matter. Whatever shoe you find, I hope you find that perfect shoe, you know, for you, and you're able to pick up a pair or 2. So this is mine right here. Thank you so much, guys. Thanks for dropping by the channel. I want to close it out with a major thank you to all of the brand new subscribers and the subscribers that have been with me since the beginning. Major shout out to you guys. Thank you very much. And be on the lookout for the next video. Peace.